Okay, let's take a look at that headgear or the crowns of the Nutcrackers. That's what we're going to be working on today. Taking a look at the headpieces that you can see. Let's start thinking about what we're going to be doing for our project. You could either draw a curved line at the top of your project and add some designs to it, or maybe you might want to have a vertical piece of paper where you're adding a very tall headpiece to your project. So I'm just kind of sketching out and planning and thinking about what I want to be putting onto my Nutcracker. So I'm going to be making this one a really tall vertical headpiece for my project. One of the things that I'm thinking about also when I'm making this project is, again, symmetry is the whole idea behind this project. The same on both sides. So as I take some of my pieces of paper, those are some things that I'm thinking about in my background or in the back of my head. So I'm going to cut out some construction paper designs and I'm thinking about putting it on. And again, you might notice I'm using repetition of colors. These are the same colors that I used in the jacket on the very first day that I began this project. Repetition of colors is what really unifies this Nutcracker together. Again, you'll notice that I'm folding my papers, making it symmetrical, and I'm trying to use the same colors that I used for my jacket. And those are just some of the things that I'm thinking about as I begin working on this project. Using my construction paper scraps, I'm going to use these for designs and decorations for my hat for my Nutcracker. So I'm just going to go ahead and spend some time putting that together. Now, I really like the way this looks right now, but I got to thinking about what it might look like in another way. So I'm going to take my paper, folding it in half is what's giving me a symmetrical hat. This one's going to be a little wider that fits onto my Nutcracker, and I'm just trying to provide you with some different ideas as you begin your Nutcracker project. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but again, just trying to keep in mind it's symmetrical. My whole Nutcracker was the same on both sides, so when I design my hat, I'm trying to keep that in mind too. So I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing down some decorations onto my project, utilizing the same colors from my jacket, cutting off the scraps, and boy, this is a really great start so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue decorating on my hat for my project. Again, you'll notice that I'm folding the paper when I cut it so that instead of having one, I've got two shapes that are exactly the same on both sides. Now, I'm not going to be measuring and making sure everything is the same on both sides, but that's one of the things that I'm looking for in this assignment. Okay, now that's a circle. So if you fold that in half, it'd be a half circle on one side, half circle on the other. So as I look at my project, I'm just trying to come up with different ideas that I could use. But I'm outlining some ideas with Sharpie today too. This is just another way to make my designs seem to stand out, get attention drawn to it. So Sharpie can do that and you can utilize that. Oh, forgot to put on my lid for my glue stick. Better make sure to do that so it doesn't dry out. Okay, this is just again another example of what I could use for my project. Going back to idea number one, I think that Sharpie really makes it look interesting. Just some details that I can add onto my project before I glue it down. Now we'll be going back and using some glitter, maybe I gotta go back and use some cotton for my project as well. But when I am on this step, I just really like this project to stand out and be as creative as I can. So I think that this Sharpie is a cool way to make designs that's symmetrical and really make it fun to look at. Now you can decide what kind of hat you think looks best. Do you like that first idea or the second idea, or what do you think I should do? You decide what you'd like to do for your hat. Hope you have fun.